games in these parts, and when you come to College Station, Texas, you know that the Aggies are ready to gig 'em. Kyle Field will be swaying and electric for this one. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Bulldogs offense will start this game off. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball in quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
Leaves it with the running back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On second down, he'll let it fly. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target. They're just not on the same page.
They'll need 3 yards here on third down to keep this opening drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that's a great job by the defense, not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you've got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got great speed. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wants to throw. It's Amatova coming after him. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in third and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Pressure coming. Batted into the air, and it's picked off. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
How do you not get excited and out of your seat when you see the big boys making the little boys play? Listen, I know you DBs can do all that running around stuff and catch the football. I can too. I just do it in a sexier, bigger body. Yes, please.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Third and goal coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. You're not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Ole Miss found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win. But this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Oxford. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. He's going to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Really good-looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space. It was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that, too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year. And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. He finds his man, and he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
If you don't convert on this 4th down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. Plows through the defense. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the 1st down.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Aggies trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Aggies! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that line.
knocks the extra point through the uprights. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
He's going to pass on second down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And that's now their third sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front seven. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one in your...
Ball in the air, intercepted! Touchdown, Aggie! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return!
And we're going to talk about the guy who caught that and then turned it for the touchdown. But how about the pressure on the quarterback? You've got to get ways to be physical with him and make him uncomfortable. Nice job hitting him as he's throwing with the football. And then, obviously, an interception and 6 points.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time.
And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this defense, they play with so much aggression. They're always trying to get extra hats to the football. You have got to protect this thing at all costs. Lucky that ball rolled out of bounds.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackle.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. That play looked as if it had a chance to be productive, but the open field tackle stopped it.
And it's tough to get a running back one-on-one on the ground in the open field. You want guys swarming to the football to try to make that play. But understand that guy's a weapon. Good job by the defense seeing it, breaking on the football, getting him on the ground.
And just too much on that pass, too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. The give to the tailback. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking downfield, it's Amatova. Finds the tight end. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and you add the answer to the test right there.
He's got 67 yards rushing, and he is a virtual lock to have a 1,200-yard season. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Got his man on the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
And the Aggies have this offense rolling. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. It's on target and complete. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone. I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
They go to the ground. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Coastal Carolina has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up 14 over Georgia Southern. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. This is hardly the start they dreamed of, down 21-3. But get a touchdown here, and you feel like you're back in it, Jesse.
Yeah, and it's frustrating for this offense as well because they've got the horses. They've got playmakers to light this scoreboard up, much more than the 3 points we're seeing here. I think you just got to stay true to yourself, do you, David, and know that the points are going to come.
Well, it's also frustrating when the defense is giving up points almost every single possession. So they need to score here and take this down and have a good drive, and then the defense needs to pull their weight a little bit too.
Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Running toward the tape. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. Good. 1-10. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room. To be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. The give to the single back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it and just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves him in second and manageable.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Quarterback on the keeper. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. How about the wheels on this A&M quarterback channeling his inner John football?
Man, John football was as exciting as it gets, and college football took notice. The Aggies were talked about in the news all the time. They need that guy at that spot to return if they want to be a national championship contender again.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The run from the shotgun. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take it. Will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
What a great job by this defense. Early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. He can't make the catch, and over the middle of the field, sometimes you hear those footsteps. It's third down.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips through the line. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. They move the tight end all over. To throw, it's Amatova. Throws to the wideout. Oh, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
To the air on first down. Flips it out in the flat. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He wants to throw here on second down. Got his man on the right. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in the zones. You got to get him involved.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Amatova. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Aggie!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll try the run. At the 35, he's open. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He's got an open man. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Finds just enough. Brings it out to the 20. When you know you have a team outclassed,